Good morning everyone. I'm Professor Toni Hill, Head of Humanology at the Queen's Institute of Advanced Sciences. I must have been very bad in a past life, I'm certainly paying for it in this one, as yet again I'm being forced by the Vice Chancellor to present a lecture as part of the Human Outreach Programme, or HOP as she's taken to calling it. Plants, brighter than they let on, a short discourse into how they watch, prepare and manipulate. Most plants are rooted. Since they therefore can't move around very much, they appear passive, vulnerable, yielding. Combine that with them not having a face, it's tempting to consider them unintelligent, but it's simply not the case. Firstly, they're watching. No eyes, no brains, no problem. They detect light through specialised proteins called photoreceptors, and the plant alters its behaviour accordingly, such as leaning over dramatically so it's not in the shade. And like everyone, they love a good chat. So for instance, if a leaf starts getting nibbled by a caterpillar, they'll release airborne chemicals saying, "I'm being eaten again." Nearby plants will detect this and start producing bitter tasting chemicals, making themselves less appetising. It's like the botanical equivalent of a neighbourhood watch group, except it actually works. Now we come to what's perhaps the most interesting part of the lecture. If you go for a walk outside, beneath your feet is a vast communication system. You think the internet's great? The natural world got there way before you. It's called the Mycorrhizal network, a complex system linking plant roots through fungi. This can span large areas and links multiple species, allowing plants to share resources like water, carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus and other minerals. And if that's not enough to convince you of plant intelligence, you should consider that some of them can also count and have a memory. A good example being the Venus flytrap, a plant that got so annoyed with being eaten it decided to get its own back. If one of its trigger hairs is touched, it remembers for a short time, waiting to see if a second is touched. If so, it closes quickly to prevent escape. Fortunately for us ants, they aren't native to the UK, so they're only really a threat if you breed them specifically, which I would ask you not to do. And that brings the lecture to an end. If you'd like to do further reading, I'd point you again in the direction of the Mycorrhizal network. It really is fascinating. There are many books on the subject, so that'll see you through.